Lesson number 11, Wednesday, December 7th. Necromancy and Ancestor Worship. The word necromancy derives from the Greek terms nekros, dead, and manteia, divination. Practiced since ancient times, necromancy is a form of summoning the alleged active spirits of the dead in order to obtain knowledge, often about future events. Ancestor worship, meanwhile, is the custom of venerating deceased ancestors because they are still considered a family, and these spirits can, it is believed, influence the affairs of the living. These pagan practices can be very attractive to those who believe in an immortal soul and who also miss their deceased loved ones. When you read in 1 Samuel 28, 3-25, where Saul seeks guidance from a necromancer because he feared war with the Philistines, what spiritual lessons against any supposed communication with the dead can be drawn from Saul's experience with the woman medium at Endor? The Bible stated very clearly that all spiritists, mediums, sorcerers, and necromancers in the ancient Israel theocracy were abominations to the Lord and should be put to death by stoning. Leviticus 19:31, 26 and 27, and Deuteronomy 18:9-14. In accordance with this law, Saul had destroyed all mediums and spirits from Israel. 1 Samuel 28, 3-9. But then, after being rejected by the Lord, Saul himself went to the Canaanite city of Endor to inquire of a woman medium. First Book of Samuel, chapter 28, verse 6, verse 7, and verse 15. Compare with Joshua 17:11 and Psalms 83:10. He asked her to bring up the deceased prophet Samuel, who supposedly came up in a necromancer apparition and spoke with Saul. Chapter 28, verse 13-19. The deceiving spirit who pretended to be Samuel told Saul, "Tomorrow you and your sons will be with me." Verse 19. While predicting Saul's death, that deceiving spirit, merely by assuming the form of Samuel, reaffirmed the unbiblical theory of the natural immortality of the soul. It was a powerful deception, and Saul should have known better than to become involved with what he had previously condemned. More than 2 centuries later, the prophet Isaiah wrote, "And when they say to you, 'Seek those who are mediums and wizards, who whisper and mutter,' should not a people seek their God? Should they seek the dead on behalf of the living? To the law and to the testimony, if they do not speak according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." Isaiah 8:19-20 and verse 3 of Isaiah 19. How often under stress do we do things that we know are wrong, while our faith, prayer, and obedience to the Word of God are only sure defense against ourselves? From the book Patriarchs and Prophets, page 686, it says, "By the prediction of Saul's doom, given through the woman of Endor, Satan planned to ensnare the people of Israel. He hoped that they would be inspired with confidence in the sorcerers and would be led to consult her. Thus, they would turn from God as their counselor and would place themselves under the guidance of Satan. The lure by which spiritualism attracts the multitudes is its pretended power to draw aside the veil from the future and reveal to men what God has forbidden. God has in His Word opened before us the great events of the future, all that it is essential for us to know, and He has given us a safe guide for our feet amid all its perils. But it is Satan's purpose to destroy men's confidence in God, to make them dissatisfied with their condition in life, and to lead them to seek a knowledge of what God has wisely veiled from them, and to despise what He has revealed in His holy word. From Testimonies for the Church, Volume 8, pages 293 and 294, it says, "The most powerful thought of all is that, under Satan's deceptive influence, men will have a form of godliness without having a real connection with God. Like Adam and Eve, who ate the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, many are even now feeding upon the deceptive morsels of error. Satanic agencies are clothing false theories in an attractive garb, even as Satan in the Garden of Eden concealed his identity from our first parents by speaking through the serpent. These agencies are instilling into human minds that which in reality is deadly error. The hypnotic influence of Satan will rest upon those who turn from the plain word of God to pleasing fables." Have a blessed day.